There's another piece of history that the mainstream media will never tell you. On June 8, 1967, the U.S.S. Liberty, a U.S. naval research vessel, was attacked by the IDF, killing 34 American servicemen and injuring another 174. The incident took place during the Six-Day War between Israel and several other Arab nations. And at the time of the attack, the ship was in international waters north of the Sinai Peninsula. Officially, Israel apologized for the attack, saying that the U.S.S. Liberty had been attacked in an error after being mistaken for an Egyptian ship. But is that what actually happened? According to this article in Haaretz, there was a conversation that was picked up by the NSA between an Israeli aircraft and the Israeli Air Force war room. Pilot to the war room, quote, "This is an American ship. Do you still want us to attack?" War room back to the pilot, "Yes, follow orders." Pilot then again to the IDF war room, "But sir, this is an American ship. I can see the flag." War room response to the pilot, "Never mind. Hit it." We also have this declassified CIA document that captured this quote from an anonymous source saying that Dayan, who was then the Israeli defense minister, personally ordered the attack on the ship, and that one of his generals adamantly opposed this action and said, "This is pure murder." Several books and the BBC documentary U.S.S. Liberty Dead in the Water argued that Liberty was attacked in order to prevent the U.S. from knowing about the forthcoming attack in the Golan Heights, which would violate a ceasefire to which Israel's government had agreed. Now we're understanding the history goes back a long way. This government has never been a big fan of ceasefires. Anyway, there was also this BBC article, which pointed out intercepts recorded during the incident reveal how America was convinced that the attack was intentional, and the minutes of a White House meeting clearly suggested that President Johnson believed the attack had been deliberate. For 35 years, the Liberty survivors have continued to argue that the attack was intentional and that the U.S. government colluded in a cover-up.
They took away our First Amendment rights. I was told by Admiral Kidd and 4 others in a separate interview. I told them exactly what I saw and what I thought. He took his stars off. He says, "Now, I'm just like your dad. Just tell me everything." And I did. When I got done, he put his stars back on and he says, "If you ever breathe a word about what you just told me to anybody, I'll make sure you end up in the penitentiary or worse." We all know what worse meant, death. We just went through hell. We've been going through hell for 56 and a half years for the truth. Our own government did this to us.
Today, the veterans are still calling for a full investigation by Congress into the incident. It remains the only case of an attack on a U.S. ship without a full congressional inquiry. But yes, Congress, $26 billion more for Israel, our closest ally, and also the country that could never do no wrong.